Cool.
How important is having prayer as part of like your morning routine for you?
It sets the standard for the day. It's a schedule. It's a scheduled event that I need to attain every day, and it keeps me on my focus on Christ. The start of the day, my focus on Christ, and the rest of the day, everything will be good and disciplined, and my mind throughout the day will be on Christ. And then, we look forward to the evening prayers, and so kind of sandwich the morning and evening prayers with everything that's happening in the day, and helps you remain focused on what really matters, which is Christ and our faith. So yeah, the prayer book, right? And we will add a little bit of our own prayers in there, our own requests that are personalized. But the prayer book keeps us kind of in a structured and structured prayer, that we're not going off, into the deep ends or into the wild. We're staying structured, and our prayers are biblical, and it's helping us stay biblical, helping us honor God with our prayers, correct prayers. And so that's what the prayer book does for me. Like, I think we're very visual, creatures, and Christ is the visible representation of the invisible God. He's made himself known to us. We've been able to see him and touch him, and we can see him and touch him still. Just like the first Christians, I can still see and touch Christ. Of course, Christ is not that piece of wood. He is the true God, but it's I feel as if they're with me every time I'm in this little corner. So yeah, they are windows into heaven and praying for us, protecting us, guiding us. So and these are like George and Michael up there. These are my heroes. These are heroes. I can try to be like George. I can try to be like Saint John. My daughters can try to be like Saint Sophia, and her patron saint. And my wife can try to strive to be like Saint Anna, her patron saint. And they're up there. There are heroes, and something to look at. We can look at them every day and be reminded, no matter what, we can try to strive to be like them, and then ultimately like Christ, our God. This is from my daughter and wife. My favorite mug right here. Probably not the best dad ever, but I try to be the best to them. But yeah, so another reminder to be better right here. So I'm grateful for them. I got to wrestle in college for 2 years before joining the Army. And while I was wrestling in college, like during the summer times, I did a couple fights inside of a cage, like MMA, 4 total fights. And that was kind of like, when I was that age, 19, 20 years old, that was my goal, that was my dream, to try to, go as far as I can in MMA. And, I was also kind of living a lifestyle that's, not kind of, I was definitely living a lifestyle that was not Christian at all. Kind of a night lifestyle, which is very close to the life of an MMA fighter, I think. And not all of them do this. There's good MMA fighters, there's good UFC fighters, but I was kind of falling into that night lifestyle and staying up late. You go and you'd go fight at a casino, and then you'd go to an after party, and you would just wasn't a good lifestyle, and I was really falling into that. But then I was 21 years old, and I joined the Army because you needed help financially. I needed health insurance, so I joined the Army out of selfish reasons. But when I was in basic training, a chaplain, they give you like a little Bible, a little camouflage Bible. It's pretty cool. It's just the New Testament and the Psalms and Proverbs. And so I just started reading that in basic training. Anytime we had downtime, anytime we were waiting for something, for the next event, the next training event, I would just read that little New Testament. And so I kept reading it, and I glory be to God, I figured out, like, wow, I'm not a Christian at all. Not according to the New Testament. I wasn't acting like these men in the New Testament. I wasn't I just was not a Christian. I did not belong to a Christian church. At that time, I was just going to a non-denominational kind of mega church, and so I really just kind of decided, all right, I need to figure out, I want to be a Christian, and I need to be a part of that Christian church that's in the book of Acts. And so I kind of stopped, I decided I'm going to stop fighting because that's kind of leading me, I kind of saw that's leading me into a different path. And so after basic training, I came home and I was deployed right away. And then I just stopped. I'm not going to fight anymore. I kept training and stuff. I enjoy the training, the grappling, the boxing, the lifting. I enjoy all these things, but I don't want to be a part of that lifestyle, so to speak. But yeah, and so I fell in love with being a soldier too. And so I thank God for using the Army to kind of change my mind a little bit on things. Just having faith all the time, it's gonna work out,
Yeah, exactly.
It's gonna work out. Let's go try this new thing, or let's go do this, and it's just gonna work out. And it does,
I would
So.
feel like just God has his hand in everything, so I'm like, whatever,
Yeah.
let your will be done. And
Exactly.
use my stupidity for good.
In all things, and I think that kind of attitude takes a lot of pressure off of us. Just knowing, like, no matter what, good or bad, God's will is being done.
Right.
And so it does help you not be so anxious about things, and feel a little bit free, What's up, guys?
How you doing, brother?
Good.
Good to see you.
What's up, Ian?
Sir? Good?
Yeah,
How's your boy?
doing fantastic.
Yeah? He left already, right?
Yeah, he's been in Ecuador for about a month now.
Okay, all right.
He's doing great.
When he comes back, if you could convince him to come coach wrestling with me, that would be awesome.
Oh,
He would love that.
So it's funny because I saw him, he was coaching at that Heritage Academy.
Yeah.
And we saw each other, I helped him out a little bit at
Yeah.
a tournament, and then I saw him in here, and I was like, wait a minute, I know him.
Yeah.
And then we started hanging out in here, and I invited him a couple times to the Queen Creek campus, so.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's
Yeah, he loves it, man, and he's pretty good at it.
yeah. I would love to have him help me out, so.
Yeah.
I'm at ALA Queen Creek now,
Cool.
so
Cool, dude.
it's awesome.
Love you,
Yeah,
dude.
man.
I love you too, guys.
Good to see you, man.
Yes, sir.
Good to see you.
Sorry for interrupting your workout.
No, dude. No,
Take
not
it,
at all.
interruption.
Yeah, you can interrupt anytime.
I love you guys. We get everything set up. Oh, it takes a lot longer to warm up now these days. I used to just do a couple arm swings and jump into it, I'd love to have my own gym one day, like in my garage, it would be awesome. I could just, and then I don't gotta drop the kids off at the daycare, or they can just be hanging around, and and you don't have to, come to so many distractions that come with a public gym. So, Lord willing, one day. All right, we're gonna get started. So the workout I'm gonna do, bench press and pull-ups. I'm gonna do a ladder down, so 10 bench press, 10 pull-ups, 9, 8, 7, all the way down to 1. Try to, do all that unbroken, no rest, and as best I can. So yeah, let's see. We made it. Little conditioning too. Whew. Oh, thanks, brother.
You you always train like supersets?
A lot. Just because of time, I try not to be in here too long, like 45 minutes. So I just try to like squeeze everything in. I used to be in here for like 2 hours at a time. Just not enough. I have so many other responsibilities. So just get in here, get to work, and then go back home. So we'll do 2 more things, and we'll pretty much be close to being finished. 3 more things. Oh, strength is for service, not status. So, what's the purpose of all this? Why be strong? Unless you're going to use it for good, you're going to help serve other people, help defend, help protect. Because if I'm just coming in here just to fill out a T-shirt, it's all pointless. It's all done in vain. And so everything I'm doing in here is for a purpose. I keep that in my mind. So I need to be strong as long as I can, so I can protect my loved ones, provide for them, serve them. So, yeah. Whew, it's hard work. Yeah. So after this, I'll take the family to a little niece's birthday party. The little ones will swim and a little birthday cake, so that'll be fun. And then after that, today at 3, little Layla, my second daughter, she's born June 14th, so it's August now. She'll be baptized today at St. Ignatius by Father James. I'm really excited to see this, to be a part of it. I missed a lot of things with my first daughter because I was deployed overseas, and I didn't really get to see her. I didn't see her until she was 10 months old already. Bonnie, my first daughter. And so just to be here with Layla, seeing all of this, it's awesome, and I thank God for it. I'm happy. I'm very happy. So excited. Today's a good day. Today's a good day. And then Bonnie turns 5 next Friday. This is a good month. So I'm excited. So like this is again why I do all this. Try to stay, physically in shape for them as long as I can, mentally, spiritually. It all matters, all of it. Trying to be that kind of whole man for them, a strong father for them, mentally, spiritually, physically. And I know I can't always be there for them, like it's impossible, but by my example, they can learn, and they'll always know that Christ is always going to be with them. And I can show them that. So that's my plan as a father to them, is to show them that Christ will always be there for them, even when I can't be there for them.
It was a big joy a number of years ago before Emmanuel shipped off. He was here, and he did not have like the regular catechumenate and everything we kind of hoped for, because he's shoving off. The government was sending him away, and the army off to wherever they sent him. And he wanted to be baptized before he went, and I'm like, I think that makes sense, So what we want everyone to like get the best education and the best, like our best plan that works. Like that's what we want. It doesn't always work that way, But with Emmanuel, he was so, and is to this minute, so sincere and hungry for Christ and for the church, his body, the church, that I baptized him. And off he went to Oklahoma, and then wherever they shipped him off and whatever, and he had his adventures. So it's pretty fun to have brought his family into church, and now today we'll baptize Layla, his second born. And for me, like, there's a joy in the priesthood, and really, like, people question, why do you call the priest father? Well, the priest it's not taking the place of Christ, like, I'm not Christ to his family. represent Christ to his family. I stand in the place of Christ sometimes in his family. But as the father, like, I'm just part of his family, you know, as the priest is in any parish. So having baptized him and then today getting to baptize the second is sweet for me. You know, it's like, it's a big joy, and he'll be beside himself. He's such like a sweet heart of a muscle-bound crazy guy, you know. He'll be, you know, emotional about it, and it'll be sweet. But yeah, bringing. So today there'll be 7. We'll baptize 7. 1 is Layla. The rest are adults, and it's just going to be a big joy. Yeah.
So here's 2019, being baptized by Father James, Deacon Chris in the back, fully immersed, and 2019, 5 years ago now. So it was a great day. Shortly after, I think 2 weeks later, I would go and deploy. So it's good to be home now, out of the Army, and not going anywhere anytime soon.
How does it feel that you were baptized by Father James, and now your daughter's going to be baptized by Father James?
It's awesome. I hope, I'm sad that, I'm glad Bonnie was baptized. She was baptized in Fort Sill, Oklahoma. But I would have loved for everyone to be baptized by Father James. My next child, Lord willing, will be baptized by Father James, and yeah, we'll just be here until the Lord takes us. So, and then I guess the icons. I know there's a lot of people who look at the icons kind of incorrectly, and as if we're worshiping the icons when we venerate them. And I think it's just a lack of understanding of what veneration means versus what worship means, and having a low view of worship. And so we don't worship the icons. We don't worship man or created things. We worship God alone, but we venerate these things, which is to show them honor. And we all, whether you're Orthodox or not, you venerate every day. You venerate people every day. You kiss your wife before you leave to work. You kiss your children before you leave to work. You kiss them again when you come home. Maybe you kiss your grandfather, your grandmother, your mom and dad. You hug them, you kiss them. And that's you venerating them. You're honoring them. And so we're all icons of Christ. You, me, my mom, my dad, all my family, my loved ones, we're all icons of Christ. And so we venerate icons every day, all of us. And so it's no different, venerating these holy saints, these holy men and women of our faith. When I bow before them, I kiss them, I honor them. In the same way, I bow before my spiritual father, I kiss his hand, I kiss my wife on her forehead, on her lips. I'm venerating them. And so, you're not worshiping your wife. You're honoring her. You're not worshiping your father. You're honoring him. And so, I think that's just an unfortunate mistake and lack of knowledge of what veneration versus worship is. And like I said earlier, I think Christ, he's made himself known to us. The invisible God has made himself known to us. He has shown himself to us. He is physical. We were able to touch him. We're still able to touch him. We're still able to look upon him, which is incredible. And so, just understanding that we're not worshiping created things. We're not worshiping the wood or the paint. I'm not even venerating the wood or the paint. I'm venerating a real person in these icons. And they're not false. They're not false images. They're historical people. They really lived. They really suffered. They really died, and they really followed Christ. And so they're great examples of what we can be. I'm looking at St. John and looking at St. George and St. Ignatius right now, and they're examples of what I can be, and they're very helpful. So we all, like I said, we all have heroes, and maybe you have a poster of your hero on the wall, and it reminds you that, what you can be. I would say this is the same thing. Heroes for Christ, these saints right here. So, yeah, we all venerate icons, whether you are Orthodox or not. I would love for everybody just come experience divine liturgy. Just stand there, stand in the back, and just watch everything and listen, hear, smell. All your senses are gonna be involved in worshiping God. All of it. Your eyes, your ears, your nose, your everything. And then eventually you become Orthodox and you partake in communion, and then you're tasting it as well. And so it's a full body, spirit experience, and that's how we should worship the Lord, with everything we have, with all of our strength, everything. And that's what we're doing in divine liturgy. It's awesome. Like I can smell the incense, just talking about it, and it's always with you, just these experiences. So, and we'll get to see that today, tomorrow, of course, at divine liturgy. So, but yeah, I would encourage, just check it out. Just go to your nearest Orthodox church and just pop your head in and realize that it's worshiping God, and you're going to be worshiping God with all of heaven. That very moment, all of heaven. It's heaven comes down to earth while the priest is serving divine liturgy, and you're worshiping God with all the heavenly hosts. And it's amazing to think about all the saints, all the angels with you right there worshiping God. And so it's beautiful.